Hello, my name's Barry Good from the London School of Business and Finance, and I'm here today to talk about options and choice, which is lesson 5 of the MBA strategic planning module. So, where do we go from here? The outcomes of the session are to identify the requirements for gameplay and to appreciate the importance and necessity for option assessment. Now, what do we mean by gameplay? Ultimately, a business's objective in the marketplace is to make money. And in order to make money, they have to remain viable and offer products and services that customers are going to want. Now, ultimately, that position within the market is not a stable one. Markets are evolving continuously. Change is a fundamental fact of life. And a company's success is only as good as the day that it's trading on. Ultimately, gameplay is understanding what threats present in the marketplace externally and perhaps how to respond or defend a position. Similarly, markets present new opportunities, and as an organisation, it's worthwhile identifying and considering whether they are viable options for us to pursue in the future. So, gameplay is an important part of a business's day-to-day existence. It's understanding what opportunities are present in the external marketplace and comparing them with the capacity to capitalise on them using the resources and the skills that we have inside the business. So, criteria for gameplay can be numerous. Criteria set will be dependent on an organisation's sector and the objectives that it has in that sector. So ultimately, regardless of whether you're a production company, a manufacturing company, or a company offering products and services on a virtual basis, market forces will be different for each one. In previous modules, we've looked at the external environment and how to read the external environment because that will present the opportunities for consideration. And considering those opportunities will need to be balanced against the business's capacity to execute against them. Once we've identified the opportunities that exist, it's possible to base these around critical success factors. Assessing the state of play is essential for directing of travel and mapping success. Strengths and weaknesses within our internal capability have to be analysed effectively, and stakeholders' views and perspectives need to be taken into consideration. Why is that? Well, ultimately, stakeholders are responsible for investing money in the business, and in order for business to provide a return on that investment, they need to make sure that their business strategy is current and is reflective of the current market opportunities that exist. So, what kind of things drive gameplay within an organisation? These are the things that enable a company to achieve competitive advantage or enable a company to capitalise on the opportunities that exist in the marketplace by drawing on its internal resource. So, things like operational drivers might be things like the organisation's capacity to manufacture or to deliver product quickly. Or it might be innovative technology that enables it to design new product and take new product to market. Marketing drivers might be knowledge of self and also knowledge of competitors, understanding what the competitor is likely to do, how their brand is perceived in the marketplace, how much money is required to launch a new product, how much money is required to advertise it, for example, how much money is required to get a market presence and a brand awareness amongst existing customers. Human resource drivers are aspects of looking internally at the skill and capability of the workforce that we have. Ultimately, plans are worthless without the capacity to deliver upon them. So it's important that the employees that we have at our disposal have the right skills, have the right knowledge and the right resources to deliver a strategic plan effectively. Naturally, drivers will be exhaustive. They are a continually evolving set of criteria, and skills become obsolete, products become obsolete, innovation within the marketplace changes our customers' purchasing behaviour, and it's essential that we understand as organisations what those drivers are and have the capacity to respond to them internally. So we're going to talk now a little bit about options and assessment. Once we've looked at the opportunities that exist in the marketplace, there may be between 3 and 5 opportunities that may be worth pursuing. All should be considered equally, and the criteria for consideration weighted. So, which opportunities are likely to be the most profitable? Which opportunities perhaps are likely to guarantee future success? And which opportunities are likely to maintain the long-term viability of the business? Now, it might be, for example, that opportunities are there, but they require a lot of infrastructure funding or a lot of investment in order to gain a market share or market presence. Now, in that situation, the company needs to balance the size of the opportunity with the return and size of investment that needs to be made in order to penetrate the market. Now, if the expense is too great, then that makes that option a non-viable option. Alternatively, there may be options which are easier to access and require less investment, but are more available to our competitors as well. So opportunities that don't require initial or heavy initial outlay make it easier for the business to pursue, but also make it easier for our competitors to pursue. So we also need to consider, if we enter a new product or a new service in the marketplace, how easy is it for our competitors to do the same? Options therefore need to be considered. And options can be considered using the following approach. First of all, acceptability. This is looking at how reasonable the shareholders are going to be in supporting the option or the pursuit of the option. Does the opportunity provide a return on investment that is going to be attractive to shareholders? If not, then they may not support that action. If, however, it does, and there's likely to be a healthy return on investment, that's a much more attractive proposition which can be taken to shareholders and therefore funded. Also, we need to look at the suitability of the options. Do they exploit the business's strengths already? Do they enable the organisation to leverage its capital advantage in terms of resources or core competence? And does it provide an opportunity to rectify weaknesses? So suitability of offering has to be balanced in terms of the business's internal capability. And if there is a good alignment, then there's an increasing likelihood that the company will be able to capitalise on that opportunity and deliver real value and pursue a strong market position. Options can also be considered using the following approach. Is it feasible to access the market? Is there enough money to launch perhaps a marketing campaign or advertising campaign to get market share? And also, is the opportunity time sensitive? Is there enough time to implement a strategy that will realise real revenue? Or if it is time sensitive and the company can't mobilise a response quickly enough, then that might be an opportunity that gets abandoned. So this is by no means a comprehensive list, but what I'm hoping to demonstrate is that opportunities need to be considered in terms of the timeliness, how aligned they are with existing strategy, and how easy it will be to penetrate or capitalise on a new market opportunity that's been presented. So, in summary, the important thing for gameplay is to identify the parameters for playing the game. What is the external market doing? What are external customers doing? How might we respond to them? By understanding our market and how we're performing in the market currently might dictate how much longer the company can stay doing what it's doing. Change strategy can often be driven by new opportunities that exist, or also opportunities to do what we're currently doing better. So identifying parameters for playing the game are important, and then being able to assess those opportunities with the capability that we have already within the business. Trying to align opportunities with capability is critical for critical success within the business. Always aim for a full assessment of the facts and options on the table. Many companies fail because they see an opportunity but don't bother to get enough data or information to support their pursuit. And often what happens is there is a driving force that initially looks good, but then in terms of implementation and delivering to that plan, there are problems which haven't been researched, there are obstacles which come out of the woodwork, and things which get in the way and prevent the company from achieving the end state or the overall market opportunity. So ensuring that options provide a sustainable advantage with financial security are essential. And it's important to try and establish before commencing a change strategy that the pursuit of the opportunity is going to realise real revenue and real opportunity for growth. Also, being flexible with your option development is important. It might be that a number of scenarios have different outcomes depending on the level in which they're pursued. Ultimately, it might be important to model change strategy with various dilutions of change and to assess the implications for the people that work within the organisation and also the implications on existing products and services. Sometimes a full change strategy might not be appropriate because it means breaking the business completely and rebuilding it again from scratch. That might create too much of a change management process. What might be more effective is perhaps instead of pursuing all of the opportunity, pursue part of the opportunity and have a more minimalist approach with less risk. So being flexible with your option development and assessment is an important and sensible business strategy. My name's Barry Good. This has been Lesson 5, Options and Choice, as part of the Strategic Planning MBA module.